What we're talking about today is how to throw an effective finger strike. Then you can do the throat, or you can do the eyes. We have 7 traditions. We teach 7 different classical arts from the ninja and samurai, one of which is called Kokoro Kempo. Kempo, right? And inside that training we have Nukite, which is striking with the fingertips into certain parts of the body. Now lots of movies and anime and cartoons and manga or whatever, they like to really throw those things that hit certain destructive points to really take down their adversary, you know. Well, as traditional martial artists, we are learning a tradition, we're carrying on a tradition. One of the techniques they used at that time in history was Nukite, right? Now when we do Nukite, again, it's going to be those fingertips, and you see them striking lots of different areas, you know, hitting here, or maybe I've seen one person do finger strikes against a kick, and they're trying to strike certain nerves against kicks and all that kind of stuff. I think there's only a few ways that you can use this technique effectively for self-defense. All the other things that you guys see with the this, and hitting this, and all that kind of stuff, I have never physically seen that to work. I know people make videos on YouTube and claim that it works, and they have movies that claim that it works. I've just never seen strike this point and then they just, you've knocked him out and they fell over. You know, like if he puts his hand out there and then there's some brachial nerve that comes across and I strike this way and he just falls over and knocks him out. I personally I've never physically seen that to be true. And in my training, all my years of training as a student and apprentice, and plus the 20+ years of me running my own organization, I have never done a technique to where I have touched a certain spot and they've just been knocked out. Finger strikes, however, can be effective if you utilize them in the correct means. And there are 2 points of which I think can be effective. Number 1 is the throat. This whole area down. It doesn't matter whether I go straight in like this or whether I hook through and I use a hook fingertip and I go right in the side where you see the sternocleidomastoid, I strike in like that, or I strike in like that. No matter what I do, if I'm here, 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 I think those strikes are wonderful techniques in self-defense. So finger strikes, throat, number 1. Finger strikes to the eye are number 2. However, there's a footnote. I know they say, well, you can just strike them in the eyes. If they can't see, they can't, you know, we've all seen the movies. Problem is, that is a moving target. And to hit something that small, moving, is going to be rather difficult. So the eye strikes are used if you've countered or you've grabbed the other hand. So let's say that he grabs, he gives me a grab. If I can hold, now I've negated how much he can move. So if I've counter grabbed, if we're in a grabbing situation, I can do this because I'm closer. See, I've only got to go from here to here, right? So at this point, that's fast. I'm going to get there, right? But if we're not here, and we're here, and he throws a punch, at this point, I'm much farther away, but that is a bigger target. I can go right into that throat. So I just want to talk about the use of fingertips and finger strikes. If you're going to use them for self-defense, don't go down the rabbit hole and look at all the pressure, KO, you know, different ways you can poke your opponent to death or squeeze them, right? Just be real with it. You're either going to jam it in their throat, and if it becomes a grappling situation, then you can do the throat, or you can do the eyes. And that's how you use the fingertip.